And my mom, she went to a bruja and had her do some like voodoo shit on him. And the small claims court got removed like a week later. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode. We are now on episode 4. I'm so excited. And then again, just in case you guys don't remember us from last episode, it's me, Jessica,
and me, Ligia.
And today Ligia's gonna start us off because she's always gonna start us off.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I've been seeing things on TikTok and on Instagram. And here's a question that I think everybody wants to know the answer to, because there may not be an answer. Who gets the front seat? You or your suegra?
If your suegra loves you, she'll give up the front seat for you.
What do you think? Like,
what do I think?
So, like, think of your ex, because since you're not in a relationship. For those of you who don't know, she's single. In case you want to message her.
Please don't. No, I'm just kidding.
So, like, think of your, like, exes in your relationships.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a problem with that? Or if that problem ever did happen, how would you be? How would you react?
So, since it was just, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, I wouldn't expect the front seat. But with my exes, their mom has given up the front seat for me. But I'll be like, no, like, I'll sit in the back. Like, I don't.
Okay. But what about the wife?
I feel like I'd still give up the front seat. Like, I don't know. Like, to me, and just the way I feel like our culture as well, it's like elders kind of.
Well, dude, on TikTok, our culture, there's a lot of people that's saying, I get the front seat.
No, I would let the suegra have it. Unless we had kids.
What?
If we have kids, then I would expect her to give up the front seat for me, you know?
Okay, so if you're married,
like confrontation.
If you're married, she could have the front seat. But if you're married and have kids, you get the front seat?
I would want it, but at the end of the day, it's like, I'm going to see this man every waking moment of my life. He can sit next to his mom for a 20-minute drive. I don't really care.
Okay, well, because for me, I don't care. It's a seat.
Exactly.
I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. And for the people that like do care about it, I'm like, okay, it would make sense if you had like kids and you feel like you're entitled to that front seat. But I don't. To me, it's not a big deal.
Even
I would
if
give
I
it up.
have kids. I don't care.
To me, it's not a big deal because this is an elder. Okay, this is somebody that's older than me that I should respect. Like, I shouldn't expect them to sit in the back.
Yeah.
Like,
exactly. Respect your elders.
Well, this woman birthed the love of my life. So why wouldn't I kiss the ground she walks on?
No, but okay, so for like my suegra, she always does give me the front seat.
That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
I don't expect it. Because if she did want to sit in the front seat, I wouldn't care. I'm like, go ahead. Because I offer it to her. I'm like, even in my own car.
Like, I'll sit in the back seat.
Yeah, my own car. If I'm not driving and like my fiance's driving and his mom wants to sit in the front, I don't care. Exactly. I'll just get in the back. It's not that deep.
It really isn't.
And also because like the back of my car is like smaller.
Yeah.
And I'm okay to squish. Like I would feel more comfortable if I squished than knowing that she's having to squish.
Yeah, something about like somebody that's older than me sitting in the backseat just doesn't feel natural to me.
Dude, even with my suegro, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I always offer, I'm like, you can sit in the front if you want. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then sometimes we just fight back and forth. No, you sit in the back.
You sit there. Like, yeah, I've been in that situation too. And I'll be like, no, like, I'll sit in the back. Like, I'm good, like, in the back, you know? Because, I just feel so comfortable. Uncomfortable. Like, I want the front seat. Why are you fighting over the front seat?
Right. It's just a seat. Like, get it? You're a passenger princess or whatever, but it's just a seat.
But it's like, but then you got to think about the circumstance. It's like, what if the suegra lives with them? So she always gets a front seat. They go out everywhere together, right? And she always gets a front seat.
I just wouldn't
I think about that. See, because you say, oh, I wouldn't care, but it's like you don't know till you're in that situation. What if he's like a major mama's boy and it's like,
okay, so that's different.
You know
if he is constantly choosing his mom over you, I would get why her sitting in the seat is the thing that sets you off.
Exactly. And
so
some
I would
people,
get why. But that means you need a new man and talk to your man, because why is he doing that? Why does he keep choosing your mom? Because it's not about the seat. It's about other things.
It is. And that's what I'm saying. It's like a lot of people that are upset over the seat, it's because there's underlying issues here.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just the seat.
Uh-huh.
Because if it were just the seat, it's like, just let your suegra have the seat.
Yeah.
Like, don't be disrespectful. That is an older woman than you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Like, you are dating her son or you're with her son.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you care if you need to sit in the front for 20 minutes while y'all drive to the store? It's not that big of a deal.
Exactly.
Let it be. Let it be.
I know. And like even, yeah, it's just a seat because
Yeah.
it doesn't matter who's driving.
Yeah.
I drive most of the time. I feel like I drive most of the time. And I don't care. And I just don't think it's something to fight about. Because I see comments. I was looking at comments. It's, okay, it may be different if you're girlfriend and boyfriend, but once you become the wife, it needs to change. And I'm like, why if it's just a C?
That is his mom. Did you give birth to him? Did you carry him for 9 months? No. Let the mom have the seat.
Because, like, let's say if it's your grandma or grandpa.
I'm letting
They're getting the seat for sure.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like, my mom, she always sits in the back. And my grandma and grandpa are here.
My mom does too. My mom will sit in the back and she'll have my grandma sit in the front.
Yeah, so it's
not really about who's priority in your life. It's literally just kind of respecting your elders.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's how I see it.
That's how I see it, but like it's a big deal.
And it's like if your suegra loves you, she'll give that front seat up for you. And if she don't, that means she don't love you. And leave it alone. Just take the goddamn back seat. You're already married to her son. And she doesn't like you, let it be.
Yeah, and I think it's because, like, it has to do with your relationship with your suegra because, like, she may be doing it out of pettiness.
Yeah.
And, like, because I just see videos where, like, the suegra comes, like, no, like, that's my seat. Like, that's my son, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, just your relationship. Would you, since you're not in a relationship, but let's say, like, later in the future.
Yeah.
How would you act if you had, like, a petty suegra? Like, you didn't have a good relationship.
I have.
Stop!
I let it be. I just kind of avoided being in situations where
you're just like, I'm ignoring it.
Yeah, because it's not worth it. I'm not gonna fight with an elder. I don't like confrontation with older people. Yeah. You know, like I try to avoid it at all costs. Like I'm just like, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want to fight with older people. It's like, I don't know. Like, it's not part of my culture. That's why it's not part of our culture in reality because we respect elders a lot. So, like, I'm not going to sit there and fight with, like, a suegra. It's like, I'm just going to, at that point, I just let it be, you know, and move on. I'm like, whatever.
Well, that was my fear.
What it is.
You know what my fear was?
What?
That my suegra wasn't going to like me.
Why?
Because, like, you know, in, like, Latino cultures, like, the mom's very, like, protective of her son.
Yeah.
She's like, no one is good enough for my baby boy.
Yeah.
I was afraid of that.
Yeah.
Because my mom, she would scare me, too. She's like, be careful.
Be careful, you know? Whatever Hispanic man you
date. Exactly. Because, you know, that's always been my type. She's like, be careful. And I was always afraid that was going to be the case. Because you hear stories.
I know.
And I'm just like, dang, like, I wish that, like, I hope that I don't have a bad relationship with my suegra because, like, that would make me so sad. Yeah. That would make me really sad. Thankfully, I have a nice one.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a nice one.
Well, that's why you guys aren't together anymore.
Anyways, no, she wasn't the nicest. I remember one time I was in her house and I think it was, like, allergies.
Yeah.
She went around wiping down every door after I touched it. She made me wear gloves and a mask.
Oh, because it was during COVID. She's probably like, you got COVID.
I'm like, let's be real, though. Is that not rude?
I mean, I can see why it will make you feel uncomfortable.
That was very uncomfortable. I was just like, ugh.
But even, like, that's why I didn't go over to my fiance's house during COVID a lot because...
Yeah.
I didn't want to make them feel uncomfortable because, you know.
But our family's not like that.
No, but his mom did say something like, oh, like, be careful if Leah's sick, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't have her come.
But it's only because
I get that.
But it's only because Christian was so paranoid.
No, yeah, but,
he was like, oh, you guys have COVID. He's like, yeah, you have COVID, stay out of my house.
Oh, my immune system is really strong. I never had COVID.
I had it twice. It sucked,
Weak
actually.
genes. Just kidding.
Your kids are gonna carry some of these genes.
Not if they have all of mine.
No, that's not how that works.
Let's hope they get the strong ones.
That's not how that works.
But I don't know. Just people fighting over a seat. What about passenger princess? Are you a passenger princess?
I hate driving. I hate it.
Yeah, you kind of suck at it too.
I have near-death experiences every time I get on the road. No. People are just stupid.
I've seen this girl
drive
almost straight onto a tree, and I had to be like, Jessie! And she was like, oh, shit, let me go over here. Bruh, because we were coming out, and the tree, for some reason, the tree was in the middle of the intersection. It's called Suicide Lane. We're like,
oh,
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she almost ran into a tree.
That was you that I was with?
Yeah. I was like, and I have PTSD in cars because, like, my mom driving in the car. Love you, Mom. But I can't. We had the worst luck. We're always getting in car accidents every time we're in the car together. And she's driving. I'm not driving. She's always driving. So I'm always like, stop, stop, stop. And Jessie, she'd be speeding. Do you know how fast we got to Bear Lake?
Do we get there?
Do you know how fast? It's literally 2.5 hour drive, no stop. We stopped for gas, bathroom. We got there in 1 hour and 40 minutes.
But did we get there?
I was just like, there's no way how fast she's driving. I give you props though, because I can't drive that fast for that long. I get scared.
Let me just backhand comment you.
I give you props for being that brave, but yeah, just
one time I hit trash cans pulling out of a neighborhood.
Didn't you hit a car pulling out of a parking lot? In the Nordstrom parking lot?
I felt so bad.
Jessie, you're
and the worst thing is I have a reverse camera.
How do you reverse into something if you have a camera?
Shout out to my coworker for letting me off the hook.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's nice. I wouldn't, but like insurance.
He let me off the hook. I wrote a note and put my number on it, and then well, as I was leaving, I saw him getting into his car, and I drove, and I was like, "Oh my God, that was your car! Like, I'm so sorry. Like, do you want to contact my insurance? Like, I don't know. Like, how do you want to like proceed?" And he's like, "Nah, it's good. It's good." And I was like, "You're an angel. I love you."
Because he liked you.
No, that's not why. But he let me off the hook, thank God. And then the trash cans. Well, what are they gonna do? Sue me? The trash cans? So I got away with that one. And then one time when I was pulling up to the gym, I reversed too far and hit the pole. Did I tell you?
I was there. Like, I was at the gym waiting for you.
Yeah.
And you just come like, I just hit a pole.
But it like didn't do anything. It like barely scratched it. And then
your car just got back from the
shop. I just got back
because she had another car accident.
Okay, but look, that one was not my fault though.
But you're always getting a car accident on that street. That's the second time.
People don't know how to drive on that street because both of the times that I've crashed on that street, it hasn't been my fault. Every other time I take parking lots, full responsibility.
I'm surprised your insurance hasn't kicked you off.
I'm surprised my insurance hasn't kicked me off too.
Did you know our insurance kicked us off?
No way.
Yeah.
Because your mom kept getting into accidents?
My mom, my dad, everybody except me kept getting in car accidents. And the insurance was like, you have 1 month to get a new insurance. Like, there's no way they broke up with us.
They fired you.
Yeah, I'm like, there's no way. You don't want our money?
You don't want our money? You know, it's because at this point you guys are taking more than you're giving.
We're just like, but no, they had the worst luck. Did you know my dad was driving the freeway in his car, and he has a like, is it called a sunroof?
Yeah, I think so.
Where it's like there's a window.
Moonroof, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a window
at the top.
Yeah. He's just driving, and you know, on the freeway there's like a bridge.
Oh yeah.
He goes on that bridge. He's going out. Boom! Shattered. Something went, and my parents were like, "What happened?" The whole sunroof just shattered.
Randomly?
Well, they think something fell in. It can't just shatter randomly. That's
what
weird.
fell in?
They don't know. That's the thing.
Wouldn't it have been in the car?
That's the thing. They don't know how it happened.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
And imagine if you're driving 70 miles per hour and then your window just shatters completely on top of you.
Yeah, I would die.
I would get in a car accident just that happening.
I would like
I'm like,
I'd probably drive into the barrier.
I know. So they just have the worst luck. So
Yeah.
the insurance is like, get out of here.
Well, the accidents that I got to on stage 2 were my fault. Those were bad luck. I'm serious. I couldn't do anything.
Okay, just pay attention more. Pay attention more on the road. Don't be the girlies that have a bad driving record.
You know, my car's been through it. My mom crashed my car too.
Really?
Yeah, she did.
My car, so close to having like a clean record.
Yeah.
But see, it's not me. My dad drove my car one time.
Yeah.
And someone crashed into him, rear-ended him. I was like, my car.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that.
And I was like, it had to be my car.
Yeah, it couldn't be anybody else's car.
Well, low-key was better for my car because my car is cheaper compared to the other cars my dad has.
Yeah, that's true.
Because if it's the other cars, then yeah, that would suck.
The
like,
Porsche.
The Porsche. That would suck.
My mom, after she crashed my car, the guy wanted to take her to small claims court.
Why?
I don't know. He got money from the insurance. It's not like our insurance, like, stiffed him.
Well, it's probably because, like, personal injury cases.
It wasn't that bad of an accident. He was literally fine.
Well, you know, people, they try to get money out of anything. They'll sue you for anything.
Yeah, so she tried taking my mom to small claims court. He tried taking my mom to small claims court. And my mom, she went to a bruja and had her do some, like, voodoo shit on him. And the small claims court got removed, like, a week later.
What? Remind me to, like, be nicer to your mom. Anyways. Not that I'm ever mean, but I'm gonna be extra nicer.
I'm like, anyways, if you guys ever meet my mom, don't be mean to her.
Don't be mean to her because she's gonna tell her mom.
No, my mom's not typically like that, but this is like, that was like a legal case, and she was like, I can't go to court. They're gonna send me to jail, and then I'm gonna go back to Mexico.
Oh my god, that is so crazy.
Yeah, so she was like,
witchcraft works.
Apparently. And then I get home and I see the court documents on there, and I'm like, what the hell? And I'm like, what's this? And she's like, because you know how we always have cops on our street.
Oh yeah,
guys, it's not ghetto, I swear, but we always have cops on our street. It's been better as of recently, but before it was like a weekly thing. And so she sees the cop pull up, and she's like, I wonder what fucking crackhead they're coming to arrest today. And they knock on the door, and she's like, oh, they're probably coming for the downstairs guy. She opens the door. She's like, is this where Raquel Chaparro is? And my mom was like, yeah. No.
She's like, who?
Because she was like, I wonder what crackhead they're coming to get today.
Oh my god. Wait, but were they there to arrest her?
No, they were just there to give her the court papers.
Oh, like you've been served?
Yeah, pretty much. Like you're being sued.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dang.
So she went to the witch, and then
she's like,
they basically retracted it a week later.
If someone's suing you, go to Jessica's mom and she'll hook you up. So you don't have to go to court.
Anyways, if y'all believe in brujeria.
I low-key believe in that.
It's scary. I do too.
So my grandma's sister.
I wouldn't practice it though. I
wouldn't practice it?
I wouldn't practice it, no. I go to like get my tarot. Like the cards.
Yeah.
But I'm not like, make this person fall in love with me. You know?
I don't know.
Why would I do that?
I don't need to do that. They just do it.
I don't need to. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so back to your story.
Oh, you know what else I've been seeing? Like, what's a torta? Not the sandwich.
So, I don't like explaining it because it's so, like, rude. But then, like, I'm kind of seeing that some people are kind of proud of it.
Like, I'm a torta, like, I'm eating this.
So, a torta is, like, a Latina girl that's, like, bigger. That's what a torta is.
Who brought it up? Who created this
saying? I don't know. I have no idea. I just started seeing it on TikTok.
Oh, my God.
And so now I guess there's two. There's the torta, and then there's the pan dulce.
I've never heard of pan dulce.
I've heard of both. Torta's
What's
the,
pan
like,
dulce?
bigger girl, and then pan dulce is, like, the, like...
Skinnier?
Yeah.
Skinnier girl? Or
yeah,
just
skinnier girl. Like, slimmer.
You know? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's rude though. I'm like, that's kind of.
But in a
But then
way,
some
they're
people are
both
proud of
good.
it. They are.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But
they're both
I don't
yummy.
know. It's like weird to me because it's like, why are people so obsessed with their
So
body?
if someone called you a torta, would you cry?
No, probably not. I've never really been one to cry. Like Christian calls me fat all the time. He's like, Jesse, you fat bitch.
I'm just like,
Like always.
I'm like, a torta, I'm a torta.
No, you're
To
not.
me, that's cake. So
No, torta to us is a sandwich.
yeah, well, to me, it's cake. So cake is
So
yummy.
a lot of South Americans, I think, call torta cake, right?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I think it's South Americans, and then Mexicans, torta is like a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah, guys.
I'm like, we're inclusive to both cultures here. We don't
All
hate
cultures.
all cultures except white people. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
No, it's a joke. I say it jokingly. I say it to my coworkers. They're all white. I'm like,
Oh,
"God,
really?
You white people.
Did I get offended?
No.
Dude, some
They call me-
workplaces, you have to be careful with some workplaces because, like, in the workplace we used
Yeah.
to work at, there was,
Yeah.
like, drama because, like, somebody was making too many jokes
Yeah.
that were, like, offensive.
Really?
Yeah.
No, my manager's even in on it. I'll like tell her something. I'm like I'll get a customer that calls
Mhm.
me and they'll like yell at me and I'll be like, okay, well, you know, this is what's recommended. You know, they'll be mad about something and I just I like tell them like what we can do to help them, and they're like not satisfied, right? So then they're like, I need to talk to a manager, and I'm like, oh my god, fine. So I tell my manager and I'm like, okay, they said this and I told them this. She's like, yeah, that's right. And I was like, well, they still want to talk to you. So I transfer them, right? And she tells them the exact same thing. It's literally happened where I'll transfer them and she says word for word what I just said. And and they'll be fine with it when she says it.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll hang up and I'm like, I literally just told them that. I look at her, I'm like, I literally just told them that. Like, I swear to God, word for word, I just said that. And she's like, yeah, well, it's because you're black. She says it as a joke though. She's like, not for your case though. It's because you're Mexican. But she used to say that to one of the other girls that worked there because she was.
Oh my god.
But it's like a joke, you know.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
But it's like, to like us in the office, it's like
Yeah.
a joke.
Mhm.
Because I'm always like, oh, freaking white people, you white people, you guys are weird. Because they'll like say something and I'm like, nah, that's a white person.
Are you
I don't
friends with
know.
your coworkers?
Yeah.
That's
We
good.
get along. Yeah, I get
That's
along
good.
with all of them.
Do you hang out outside of work?
No, we
Oh,
have
no.
nothing in common. They're all 40. They're all old enough to be my mom.
Hey, sometimes they're your best friends.
They're great though. I love them. Shout out my coworkers.
In Cafe Rio, I was friends with 40-year-old moms, and I
Yeah.
went to their parties.
No way, really.
Yeah.
I've been invited.
Mhm.
I didn't go that one time though, cause I didn't have anybody to go with. Everybody was busy, and you know how I am in like social situations where I
Yeah.
don't know anybody,
Mm-hmm.
so I get like weird. So I was like, oh, I did feel bad though for not going. You know.
Yeah. That's something about me, because I noticed that, like, I haven't really been going to a lot of, like, social events of,
Yeah.
like, other people
Mm-hmm.
around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, maybe I should start participating more.
Yeah.
Because I feel bad that, like, you know, they actually do take the time to invite me.
Yeah.
But
Like my little brother's confirmation.
well, I didn't go because somebody else didn't go. And nobody invited me.
You're a bad friend.
You didn't invite me.
I would have assumed, and every time I have invited you.
Assume is
Okay,
not invitation.
Okay, well, look, hear me out. And even Talia confirmed this. Every time that I've invited you
Mm-hmm.
and Christian doesn't tell you anything, you're like, no, because Christian didn't tell me.
Well, yeah, because he needs to tell me too.
See, so if my invitation
No,
isn't
but
enough,
if
why are you bitching?
But if you want me to go without Christian, then that's a separate invitation. But if Christian wants me to go as his guest, like as his +1, that's different.
I have done that. I've invited you and you're like, no, because Christian didn't invite me. And I'm like, okay,
Because it's
who
a
cares?
family event.
And
I'm
I'm
just, like,
like,
awkward.
You're my friend. You're my best friend.
But you go out with your family and I'm by myself.
What do you mean? Not all of them are family.
Well, your family friends then. And sometimes I'm
What
by
are you?
myself.
You're my friend.
But sometimes I'm by myself.
No,
and I feel
you're not.
awkward. Sometimes I am.
I'm always there.
You're a liar.
Nah.
Now I'm okay. Like, I'm used to it. And so I
You
don't
should have
care.
gone. Kati wanted to see the ring.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she knew we were engaged?
I told her.
Oh, really?
I had to. I was like, because we were talking about it. Because Christian's mom brought it up. How you had said that, or I think Kathy might have brought it up. How Christian had said that he wanted you to go to Mexico, and you're like, I don't know.
I'm like, I'm not gonna go unless there's a ring on this finger.
Exactly. And so they brought it up, and I'm like, she can't say that anymore. She's like, what?
I know,
and
my
was
best
like,
comeback. I can't say anymore.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create a new one. Don't worry.
She can't say that
I'm
anymore.
gonna create a new one.
And she's like, what? And I'm like, really? And I showed them that picture.
Oh, what they say?
And she's like, oh my god, she does not look at me.
I'm just like, I'm trapped.
She said, I'm trapped. But no, she was like, oh my god. Like, she's just shocked, you know? She was like, oh, I'm so happy for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, you should see the rock on her finger. It's great. I'm over here hyping you up.
No, yeah, I wanted to go, but then, I don't know, it just didn't happen.
Yeah, well, you're lame.
Well, you should have invited me, because you know how you weren't really at my graduation party. My dad was trying to talk to you, be all nice.
I was being
and
nice.
You're like telling him, no, get away from me.
That is not
I don't
what
want
I
your
said.
nasty food. Like,
that is not even close.
That's how he took it.
Well, that's not true. I'm like, for all of those of you viewing, I swear that's a lie.
That's how my dad took it.
No,
He's still offended.
I was just uncomfy eating because, like, Christian was like talking to his own friends, and I kind of felt like alone, you know. I'm like socially awkward. Like, I can't just be like chatty with anybody.
Well, yeah, but
seem that
so
way, but
she's not chatty with anybody, but with certain people, all she does is talk.
Literally, I literally will not shut up.
Talk.
I talk so much, but like when it's other people that
Mm-hmm.
I'm not like close to, I literally sit there and I'm like, I don't know what to like talk to them about. Like,
So
we
you
have
would
nothing
say
in
you're
common.
shy?
I guess.
Are you shy? Am I shy?
I don't think you are. No.
I used to think I was really shy, but like people were telling me, they're like, no, you're not shy. Like you just talk to us like normal. But it's because I hate sitting in silence. Like
Really?
everybody quiet.
I do too.
I
but
hate it. I'm like, can someone talk? I'm like, so what's your day been like? Someone talk, because I hate when everybody's quiet, just staring at each other. Like,
I hate that too. But then I hate like being awkward. I hate when I'm trying to start a conversation and nobody's talking.
oh my god, that's so embarrassing.
I
But
hate
then,
it so much. I hate that feeling more than just sitting in silence.
you know what I hate? When you're constantly the one asking questions.
Yeah.
Because they're not asking you questions back.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to find something
I
to
know,
relate
like,
to here.
Can you give me
Can you
something?
talk, please.
Yeah, guys. So learn your conversation skills.
Work on your conversation skills. If you need to take communications class, do it. I actually took one, but
And it
clearly
help
it didn't
you?
work.
Well, how are you? Are you back to school yet?
I did. I started school today.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, it's all online.
Oh.
So like all the syllabus and stuff is online.
Mhm.
I already have 3 assignments due on Wednesday, and school just started today.
Are you serious?
Yeah, no, I'm so serious.
That
I'm like,
sucks.
literally kill yourself.
Oh. Dang, I'm so glad I'm done with school.
Yeah, I already did one of the quizzes though. It's a
Yeah.
quiz, and then we have to do a discussion, and then.
Well, we can go to the coffee shop and do study sessions there.
But you don't work. You don't go to school anymore.
I have tons of work to do on my laptop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm
So
down.
we can do
We
that.
can do that. I'm excited.
You see, I'm trying to help you so you can study.
You guys need supportive friends like this.
Yeah, exactly. I push her to be your best self.
I'm like, if you need an example of what a friend should be, right here. But you
Yeah.
can't have her. I'm like, but she already has a best friend, so you can't take her.
We both get awkward when like
We get emotional.
Yeah.
And, like express feelings.
like happy or sad. Like there's been times we cry to each other, and if I'm crying, she's just like, yeah. If she's crying, I'm just like, yeah.
Well,
I'm
it's
sorry.
literally like there.
We're so awkward, and I don't know
so
if you're
bad.
like that with your best friends. Like, I wish we could be like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, it's okay. In certain situations, like when you've gotten like really like panicky,
Yeah.
I've hugged you before.
Yeah.
But that's just because I know like hugging helps people like calm down.
Yeah.
But like just like when we're sad, like we're just like ranting
Crying
and we're
about boy problems.
and we're just like, it's okay. Like, yeah, I feel you. Yeah. And we're just quiet. Like, she's just driving or something. And I'm just like.
And I'm like, yeah. Well, he sucks.
I'm just like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are awkward with your friends. I'm like that with everybody. Yeah. Are you like that with everybody?
There's some people that I'm a little more affectionate towards. I don't know. I guess I'm like.
No, you're affectionate towards Alexis.
Yeah.
And Sydney. Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
not know. With me. I'm not an affectionate person.
I think it just depends on the person, you know.
Yeah, because
I feel like I'm like an adaptable personality.
Me too.
So like depending on like how somebody else is kind of how I am.
Yeah, like, and also like you're gonna get my vibe based on your vibe.
Exactly.
Because like people tell me like, oh, you don't have energy for me, blah blah blah, and I'm like, because your energy's low. Yeah. Like I'm not feeling your energy, so I'm just like.
We're both like high strung energies.
Yeah.
Because we'll talk about this and I'm like, there's certain people that I could only be around like so much before you're just like, I need a break. It's just like my social battery gets drained. Yeah. But like with you, I don't feel like my social battery gets drained.
Well, because I can hang out with people and not do anything.
Yeah.
And like too. Just like watch TV or just like doing homework and they're just right next to me. Because I don't really care.
That was literally me when I went through my breakup.
Oh, yeah.
I was coming over every day. And she'd be like, you want to eat? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, because I just invite her. I'm like, if you feel sad or alone, just come over. I'm probably doing homework or something, but I don't care. I don't care if you're here.
And I just eat in her room while she did her homework. And I would watch TV.
Hopefully that helped you get over your breakup.
It did. It was great.
She had places to go.
I had places to go. Thank God. I wasn't just sitting at home crying.
But it's okay to cry, you know?
No, it's not.
But it's not. My mom told me, she was like, if you ever break up with your boyfriend, you can cry for a day. Maybe 2. But after that, don't cry after. Because he's not worth it.
She said boyfriend. What about fiance?
That's different. She's probably gonna send me away or something.
Go to Europe.
Like go around the world, never come back here.
Get over him.
Too brokenhearted.
I know.
No, but yeah, cause like with all like my sister's boyfriends and stuff, she's like, you can cry for 1 day, but after the date, no.
Dude, that was literally Christian's mom.
Oh really?
One time when I was crying.
Yeah.
I think it was like a holiday. I was crying. Oh, she's like, why are you crying? And I was like, over this boy. And she's like, at your age I had already had like 25 boyfriends. She's like, they come and go, literally, who cares? Why are you crying? It's literally a holiday. And I was like,
well, now it's a bad thing to have 25 guys that you're dating. They call you hoes.
Yeah, because everybody thinks that you're hooking up with them.
No, but that's the thing. I'm just like, why can't, like, obviously not me, but like for you guys stuff, like, I don't think it's a bad thing you're dating 10 different guys. They're just dates.
Right.
You're not exclusive.
And that's what dating is like just
but people are like, oh no, you're for the streets, which you might be for the streets, but
that's none of their business.
That's okay. Be for the streets.
It's like, none of their business.
Yeah. MYOB. Mind your own business.
At the end of the day, yeah, I have seen that where it's like some people will be like called like hoes, like, oh, like she's going on a bunch of dates, like she's a bop, she's a tramp, like whatever, you know.
I'm just like, it's dating, like it's just dating. You're going on a date, and yeah, they're like, oh, girls just want the free food, they just want the gifts.
Okay, so what do guys want? What do guys want in exchange?
So what, they want free food. So what, they want a gift. Like, you're offering, you're doing it, that's on you. Sorry, not sorry.
Aside from that, it's like they'll do it to get something back, you know?
Well, yeah.
And
these guys are lame.
It's icky. But I don't know. I feel like there's like too much judgment, like especially on like girls, you know?
Yeah, I'm just like why
everything, like girls get all the backlash. It's like, oh, she's like dating this guy and that guy and blah blah blah. It's like, what about your homeboy that's dating two different girls?
Yeah, that has a baby mama and has 3 sides.
What about him?
Yeah, what about him? Like, that makes no sense. But when the girl does it, with just one guy,
a hoe.
She's the worst.
She's a bop. She needs to be stoned. Like,
what's a bop?
A bop.
Yeah,
it's like a thought.
Oh, yeah. I just keep thinking, bop it,
bop it. That's why.
That makes sense.
But yeah, and it's like, these men should get backlash too for being
for being
hoes.
You're icky. I'm glad I have one.
He's icky too.
You're icky.
You're ickier.
You're for the streets.
Your man's for the streets.
I have an address. You're for the streets.
I have an address too. It's a rental.
On the streets.
It's a rental. It's a rental.
So people can come in and out whenever they want.
No, because my mom guards the door. My mom makes sure that doesn't happen.
Oh, hell. Okay. Do you have any Reddit stories?
I do
today?
have Reddit stories in honor of it being Mother's Day.
Yeah, guys, make sure you wish your mom a happy Mother's Day. And the mother of your children, if you have any, a happy Mother's Day. Are you looking at your messages with Sydney? Who we texting?
Guys, don't get toxic friends. I'm just
They're
kidding.
pretty fun, to be honest.
Yeah, they're hilarious. Sometimes I'll check her location just for funsies.
Me too, though.
Yeah. I was about to say, I'm like, if you say anything, I know you do too.
No, because sometimes you do tell me to check your location when you go on a date with a guy.
That was once.
No, that was like at least twice. I remember.
I'm sorry.
And I
was
checked.
scared.
I was like, oh, she good.
I'm like, what if he's
she
with Ted
at the
Bundy?
Motel 6. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I said, whoa, wrong friend. Anyways, okay, so this is my first Reddit story. It is, am I the asshole for telling my fiance don't bother coming over on Mother's Day?
Fiance. Wonder why.
Well, we're gonna find out. Okay, so my fiance and I are supposed to be getting married next month. We have a 2-year-old daughter together. When I was pregnant, he moved 2.5 hours to be with me and our child, so he doesn't get to see his family too often. Since we've been together 3 years, he has always gone to see his mother for Mother's Day. I am entirely okay with him wanting to visit his mother, especially because he doesn't get to see her too often. The problem is, I feel like I am always an afterthought.
She ran out of breath.
I'm trying to read. I just ate. Anyways, for example, last year I went with him to visit his mom on Mother's Day weekend. He took her out for dinner and got her beautiful flowers. I witnessed him spoil her all weekend, and then Sunday he scrambled into the store on the way back home and got me some dead flowers, a teddy bear, and a card. At the time, I just pretended it didn't bother me. Aww. Womp womp. No. This year, he tells me about a week ago that he is going to visit his mother for Mother's Day weekend again. This time, I opt not to go with him. He asked me what I wanted for Mother's Day, and I simply told him, I just don't want to be an afterthought like last year. He assured me I wouldn't be. He told me that he would be back on Sunday to spend Mother's Day with me. Sunday arrives and I put on my nice clothes, expecting that he may come home and take us out for dinner or something. I don't hear from him all morning. I'm checking my phone, waiting for a call or a happy Mother's Day text, but nothing. I finally get a text from him at 2 p.m. wishing me a happy Mother's Day, but still no word as to when he will be home. I finally call him around 6:30 p.m. and ask him where he was at. He said he was about an hour away from home. When I asked him why he was so late, he told me he fell asleep after he made breakfast for his family. I told him I was really disappointed in him and don't even bother coming over to my place. He said okay with an attitude as if I was in the wrong. I told him I asked for just one thing, to not be an afterthought, and that's exactly what I was. He just kept saying okay, so I hung up the phone. So please tell me, am I the asshole here?
No. Wait, do they have? So she has a daughter or kid?
Yeah.
With him?
Yes.
No.
They have a 2-year-old daughter together.
Yeah, no. Why aren't you making the mother of your child
feel special?
Yeah.
Well, aside from that, it's like if you're already there like all of Saturday and you even like stayed over, it's like you couldn't have the decency to like show up to your home with your child and the mother of your child.
Yeah.
And especially not just that, at 2 p.m. wishing her a happy Mother's Day And then she finally decides to call him at 6:30 and ask him where he's at.
Like, okay, this is my pet peeve. It takes 2 seconds to send a text.
It does.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm going to be late. Something happened.
And if the person's important, 2 seconds is nothing.
Exactly. You make time. If something or someone is important for you, you make time for it. No excuses. No ands or buts. Like, that's just my point of view on it. And if you want to celebrate Mother's Day with your mom and your fiance, why don't you do something together?
Well, I think they had before, but
like, do they have problems or something?
I don't think so. I think it was like, oh, he like went over the top for her, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like right here, last year I went with him to visit his mom on Mother's Day weekend. He took her out for dinner and got her beautiful flowers. I witnessed him spoil her all weekend. And then Sunday, he scrambled into the store on the way back home and got me some dead flowers and a teddy bear and a card.
Yeah, so they didn't spend it together.
Not technically, no.
Yeah.
She went to the family's home, but it seems like he was like too focused on his mom.
Yeah.
And she was just kind of an afterthought.
And like, I get it why sons just want to spoil their mom.
Yeah.
But also, like, I saw this thing on Instagram where like the daughter-in-law texted the mother-in-law like, happy Mother's Day, do you want to do something? And the mother-in-law, she was like, no, like, do you want to do something? Because my kids are all grown. Like, yes, I'm always gonna be their mother, but you're on your mother journey right now. Like, you have kids right now. Like, do you want to do something?
That's so sweet.
Yeah. And I'm just like, she has a point. Like,
that's true. And it's like this girl, she has a 2-year-old daughter. Like, she's on her journey of being a mom.
Yeah.
And the dad is just like pushing her aside.
Yeah.
For his own mom. Like, I get, like, spoil your mom. Like, don't be ungrateful,
but
right? But don't forget the other person that bared your child.
Yeah. Do you know how much that hurts?
Do you?
I'm not looking forward to it.
You want 6 kids.
I want 4.
You changed your mind?
No, I've always wanted 4. No. But if I get a 5th one, I want 6.
That's crazy.
If I want a 7th one, I want 8. I want even pairs.
I don't care. If I have 3 kids, I have 3 kids. That's it.
You do not. Okay, I've seen what it has done to odd number children. They feel lonely. Alone. Yeah, they feel lonely.
Why? They get treated like an only child. He doesn't feel lonely. Look at him.
Yes, he does. It makes me depressed, okay?
Look how happy he is.
Bouncing on the yoga ball. No, it makes me sad because I always had my sister, my siblings, my older siblings had each other, and he didn't have anybody. That's sad. He didn't have anybody to play with.
He doesn't look sad.
He is sad, deep inside.
I'm like, for those of you that don't know.
There's 5 kids in my family. But that's why I want even pairs. So you have everybody. So you have someone. You had Christian because you guys like grew up close.
Yeah.
Talia and Alex, yeah, they're not close in age, but they kind of like have each other. It's just in pairs.
Not really anymore though, because Talia kind of.
Well, because it's older now. But I'm talking about when you're younger. Like you have a playmate. That's my thing.
Me and Christian would fight more than we'd actually play, but yeah.
Well, yeah, everyone has their fighting stage.
I'm like, we'd fight more than we'd actually play.
But yeah, I just want pairs. But yeah, she's low-key, I would tell him, don't come. And then throw the ring at him. Just kidding. I'm like, here. No, don't throw the ring. Keep the ring and pawn it so you get money out of it.
At this point, do you feel like this is something like divorce worthy? Or do you feel like this is something that can be worked through?
It depends what's your tolerance.
Yeah.
Because, again, my mom always told me, you need to have a tolerance for certain things. And for each person, it's different. Yeah. And that's why you can't judge a relationship. And I totally agree. Like, don't judge other people's relationships because what's okay for those two may not be okay for your relationship. And that's okay because that's what works for them and that's what works for you. Yeah. So if that was the case, I think maybe if I saw that was changing, it's something we can work on together. Yeah. But again, if it's a pattern, and it's not just his mom, it now becomes his friends, or his friends are first, everything's first, and you're always feeling second. Yeah. I personally wouldn't want to live a life like that. Yeah. Because then you are on your own.
Especially when that person is your future. Yeah. It's how does everybody else come first? And everybody is so quick to say oh, like you're putting your significant other before your friends and blah blah blah, but it's
Mhm.
like that's the person you're gonna have a future with.
Yeah.
You
And
should be
obviously-
putting them above. Not like obviously if like you're barely started dating.
Yeah, if
you're
it's just like
3 months in.
Yeah, like it's not something serious, then yeah, don't forget your friends. Don't forget
Yeah.
about your family.
But if it's
And-
something serious,
We're not saying either forget about your family when it's something
No.
serious, but it's like they need to become first. And if you're constantly putting family, like
everything
anything.
else.
everything
Besides them?
else besides in front of them, besides them, and making them feel lesser than, then it is a problem in my eyes.
It does become a problem for sure.
Yeah.
Because it's again, this person's gonna be your future. So, at what point do you start putting them first?
Exactly. And if you're not putting them first, I don't know, it's just it hurts someone.
Yeah.
Because you're like, you're my first. Who am I the first of?
Yeah.
You know? And that's when someone
I
loses
literally
themselves.
feel like that all the time.
Oh
With
my
my
God.
dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Daddy issue things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I always put him first. And it's like as
Mhm.
soon as somebody else comes into his life, it's like the other person's first. And I'm like, whose first option am I?
Exactly. Because, like, you put everything you want first for this person, and when they don't put you first, it really, that's how one person can lose themselves. Because they're like, what am I doing?
And it's not just like with like romantic relationships. It could be like any relationship.
Yeah.
You know? Like you can't just take and never give.
No, yeah, it could be like friendships, it could be like family relationships, because you need to realize who is actually making time and effort for you, and put in that same time and effort, or even more. There's nothing wrong with doing more.
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be equal.
Yeah,
Because when one person's lacking, you can always make up for the other, and vice versa.
yeah, and it works both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And also just try to understand people, like why they would feel like that.
Yeah, because everybody always wants to talk about how like relationships should be 50-50, but there's like some days where it's like maybe one person's 20 and the other person has to make up for it and be 80,
Yeah,
And it's like it doesn't matter how it's split, but as long as it
works for you guys
and
and,
it's
you're
fluctuating.
happy in that relationship, then that's good. That's all that matters.
Yes. Anyways, enough sad talk.
Enough therapy.
enough therapy. You ready for our second one?
Yeah.
Okay. So our second one is, am I the asshole for throwing away my husband's Father's Day gifts after what he did on Mother's Day? Okay.
Another Mother's Day.
Another Mother's Day in honor of yesterday being
Yeah.
Mother's Day. So my husband and I have 2 kids, a 6-year-old boy and an 8-month-old girl. He told me for 2 weeks leading up to the Mother's Day that he had an entire weekend planned for me. This is not normal, but there's been years in the past where I did complain and feel hurt because he didn't really do much of anything for me on Mother's Day. But I always went all out for him on Father's Day, and I just felt unappreciated. So I'm thinking that he finally understood where I was coming from and was going to make it special for me this year. I quite literally only asked for a massage, and he repeatedly said that he couldn't give me a massage because it wasn't good enough. So, like, I don't know. At this point, I'm truly thinking this man went all out. Anyways, Friday rolls around and a bunch of people start showing up. He invited a good 10 to 15 people over. I think I knew 2 people. He called it Mother's Day Bonfire. We had a fire, all right, but I was the one who chased the kids around all evening, my 6-year-old, while holding the baby, and some other person's 2 kids because they weren't watching them. And quite literally no one spoke to me. I wasn't acknowledged until the very end of the evening, and that was by my husband's buddy, who told me he was stealing my husband to go out 4-wheeling. It's like 11 p.m. at this point, and everyone except me was drinking. I said my husband wasn't going anywhere. I even said this to my husband. You're drinking. You're not going anywhere. He took that as I need to find a DD and then I can go. So he asked the neighbor to drive him around and took off with everyone. I'm extremely hurt at this point because this was my promised weekend and I got stuck with other people's kids, wasn't spoken to at all, had a mess to clean up, and now my husband is taking off. I explain how hurt I am the next morning. He says he gets it and apologizes, says he has had too much to drink and wasn't really thinking clearly. Okay, I get it. It's whatever. We didn't do anything Saturday because he spent half of the day sleeping off a hangover. Well, yesterday rolls around and his boss calls him at 6 a.m. and asks him to come into work because they are short-staffed. And he said yes. So I expressed the hurt and said, but it's Mother's Day. And he says, I know, I'm sorry. I just don't want to pass up the opportunity for more hours, which I get that too. So whatever. He gets home at 5 p.m. and starts getting the kids dressed up and ushered toward the door. So I'm thinking we're finally going to celebrate. We end up going on a walk. I love walking. But 5 minutes in and he's complaining and has us turn around because of the black flies. They weren't even that bad. So again, I'm disappointed. When we get back home, he lays down on the couch and says, oh, your gift is in the truck. So I go down and it's a $5 storage container for sugar/flour. I do like stuff like this, but I'm so hurt at this point. I asked him if I could at least get a massage and he says, I'm sorry, babe. I'm just so tired, and falls asleep around 8 p.m. when he usually doesn't even go to bed until midnight/1 a.m. I just sat there crying. I took the 3 gifts that I had already bought for him for Father's Day and chucked them in the trash can. Personalized items that cost me more than what I want to admit, but I don't even care anymore. He found them in the garbage this morning and asked me what they were and why they were in the trash can covered with food. And I told him they were his Father's Day gifts and left it at that. He's now saying that he tried to make my weekend special, but that he's hurt by me throwing away his gifts to retaliate against him for not turning out the way he wanted it to.
The thing that stood out to me was that, like, he was just complaining. I think just so many things leading up to it was what made her, like, over it.
He had 3 days to not be a dick.
Yeah.
And he was still.
Like, him complaining something, like, okay, you may be in a bad mood. Maybe we fought, okay?
Yeah.
But if we're doing something and all you do is complain, I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to, like, go off on you.
Well, that's not even the thing. It's, like, Friday, right?
Yeah.
That's when it all started.
Mm-hmm.
He throws his bonfire, and what happens? She's literally cleaning up after everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody's really acknowledging her, right? And this was a bonfire thrown in, like, honor to Mother's Day, whatever, right?
Yeah.
And she's literally chasing around her kids, and then 2 of somebody else's kids, again, not being spoken to.
Yeah.
She's left to clean up all that mess. He leaves 4-wheeling with his friends after that bonfire at 11 p.m.
Oh my God.
Because he was, he was drinking. And then Saturday rolls around and she's like, oh, maybe, he'll, like, make up for it. He sleeps most of the day because he's got a hangover.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sunday, he goes into work and goes on a walk, complains. And then, like,
it's just everything leading up. It's like,
yeah, everything was just one thing after another.
yeah. You see, guys, we're not crazy. I don't think girls are crazy. There's some girls that are crazy, but we're not crazy. You guys make us crazy. Because, like, look what he's doing.
I feel like guys are just clueless. And then at the end of the day, a guy will still, like, look at that situation and be like, well, I was just so tired. I had to work and I had to. And it's like,
I'm like, okay,
it's one day.
Being a mom is a lot of work. Cleaning is a lot of work. Like, that's the thing. I'm just like, oh, sorry, you just go to work. Some moms,
they're always on the clock.
Some moms go to work and they work at home with the kids.
Exactly.
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
Double shifts. Like, come on.
As a mom, you're always on the clock.
Yeah.
As a housewife, you're always on the clock. You have to take care of your house. You have to take care of your kids. You have to, Whereas, like, a guy will literally go to work, clock out, not have to worry about it.
Yeah.
My dad
You
was like
can
that.
clock out. You can clock out. A housewife or a stay-at-home mom doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that's why when it comes to Mother's Day, you should make that effort so that she can have that day off.
Yeah.
Obviously, she wants to be with her kids, but just make more of an effort.
But, like, the husband should be celebrating it. Yeah. It's like, she's the mother to your kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why aren't you making that day more special for her?
I think these stories are just like, be careful who you have kids with.
Honestly, yeah. Like, be careful who you have kids with and, like, whether they're going to appreciate you or not. Because it's like a lot of these people aren't being appreciated.
Yeah, and a lot of people do feel like, oh, they don't feel appreciated by their partner.
Yeah.
And obviously, it's not your fault. Like, you probably didn't see the red flags because love is blind or whatever.
Yeah.
But, as you get older, notice these things. Like, is this person really going to appreciate you as a wife, as a mother, and as a partner.
Yeah.
Just all of it, really.
Yeah, you just have to think about that, I feel like. And I feel like, and it goes both ways, Yeah, because there's some girls that are really like unappreciative for all their partner does for them. There's some people that have partners that, aside from working, they might be working full time, they might be a stay-at-home mom, and they help around the house and everything, and there's they probably still aren't happy with what they do. So I think it goes both ways. Relationships always go both ways, and you should be doing everything to help this person, especially if you say you care about them.
Yeah, if you care about them, like, going above and beyond isn't going to be a big deal to you.
Yeah.
Like, to me, at least to me, it isn't.
Yeah.
Like, if I really care about somebody, going above and beyond, like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You want to
You're
do that. You're
motivated to do that. Yeah. Because if, like, you don't care about the person, that's going to feel like a chore. But if you love the person and you want to do all that stuff, that's not going to feel like a chore. You're going to be like, I need to do this for them. You know? Like, this, they deserve this, And that's how everybody should feel about their partner. Yeah. It's like, oh, like, they deserve this. They deserve to be happy. I should be helping them. I should be doing this for them. I should be lassoing the moon and bringing it down for them, Like, and again, it's both ways. It's both ways. What?
If I don't get the moon, I don't want it. If it's Mars, if it's Saturn, I don't want it. It has to be the moon.
I'll take a star. I'll take a star. But anyways, is there anything else?
I think that's it for today's episode.
I think that's everything for today's episode. I hope you all had a lovely Mother's Day.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the moms over there.
Yeah. You guys are all special and appreciated.
Yeah.
Every single one of you.
Exactly. And you're doing a great job. If anybody tells you anything different, just ignore them.
Just remember, this is your first time being this age. This is your first time being at where you are. Your first time being a mom, if that's the case. But even if it's not your first time being a mom, it's like your first time having whatever situation you're in happen to you, It's life, There's no handbook to life. There's no how-to life. You just kind of have to roll with it.
Exactly. But next episode's going to be an exciting one because we're going to have a guest.
I'm so excited.
Who's our guest?
So that's up for you guys to decide.
That's a surprise.
You guys are going to have to tell us who our next guest is.
Yes, they're going to come down with us and we're going to go into deep about their story. And I don't know, I'm excited.
And their life lesson and what we learned from them. So I'm excited. So still keep sending in your inquiries. We do want to see kind of what you would like to talk about on the podcast. You know, even if it's not exactly a story, just let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know about your life, what's going on in your life, and, then we'll kind of go from there.
Exactly. And make sure to like this video, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. Do all of that and share with your friends and family about this video. And I think that's it for today.
Listen to us on your drive to work. I promise it'll be therapeutic.
Exactly. Bye, guys.
Bye.